Looking at Toronto, they took the win in their last game against the Dallas Mavericks.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And you look at these Rockets, Greg, pretty fearsome on the defensive end.
I mean, great length and athleticism on the wings, and a defensive-minded coach in Ime Udoka. They'll make you work for it, no doubt about it.
We know that Luka's a three-level scorer. He's elite from any range. That time he goes to the midi.
Anthony left side. The pump fake kept the D off balance and gave him room.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
They're basically saying you're going to have to guard us at every point on the floor tonight if you're going to have any chance. Well, you won't see that kind of shot fall very often. Thank your lucky stars.
Pass to Black. And he dumps it down.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
This is a skilled, hungry offensive rebounder, and Mo Bamba's size and motor make him a problem on the windows.
Holmgren can't hit. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And a deep three from Doncic. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen. Wow. And now the fast break. Doncic with the ball. Dort wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. To the inside. Bamba with the block.
That is a combination of length and defensive instinct. Send it back, Mo Bamba.
Jackson misses.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Boy, he had a clear look at it. Ooh, you hate to miss chippies like that.
Now, here's Doncic. Offensively, he's been a one-man wrecking crew. His scoring average is over 30 points a game. A three-pointer off the mark. And it's Anthony with the ball for Houston. Trailing by 2.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
Now, here's Doncic. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Black. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game. Here's Kamara. And he misses the fast break layup.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Here's Black. Hands it from downtown. Black's got 5.
Well, listen, he may not be lights out, but if you give him that good a look, he's going to hurt you.
Pass to Jackson. And again, Toronto no up.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
A bit ago, Ime Udoka and I were able to chat. I asked him, how do you plan to deal with Luka Doncic? He laughed and said, I think that's a question the entire league is asking. Luka is amazing. He's been a superstar from day one, and what impresses me the most is his poise. Nothing seems to get to him. Back to you, Kevin.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Here's Doncic after the basket by Sabonis. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
There's a savviness innate to Luka Doncic. He has played this game for such a long time. Pick and roll, yeah, that's in my bag.
Now here's Anthony. They know he's going to give him a lift with his scoring. He's averaging 16 points a game. Shot clock at 2. No dice from the high post.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Pass to Chang. Doncic looking it over. And the dunk by Doncic.
I'll tell you, the footwork of Luka on his drives is really something to behold.
Screen by Sabonis. Here's Black. Off with the layup. The Raptors with the lead. And the points coming for them now, Greg, in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like. And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Here's Black. He has 5. And the shot goes in. Black's got 7.
Boy, what a quarter he's had. Go ahead, young sir. Keep the pressure on.
Doncic outside. Bamba. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bamba's got his second bucket of the night.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
Sabonis, no good. Here's Dort. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Now it's a 6-point Raptor lead.
You know, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
And so the first quarter is in the books. It's the Raptors. They finish off the first quarter with a 13-4 run. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think about the Raptors here in this one?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game. I'll tell you, his teammates are going to start to freeze this guy out if he keeps taking threes like this.
And the rejection by Jackson.
Quality denial there by Jackson. His anticipation right at the rim, impressive.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. Hey, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Raptors?
So far in this one, guys, it's been the shooting. In particular, from mid-range. That has been huge for them.
Yeah, and their assertiveness in the paint so far tonight has been impactful. They're really making it hard for the interior defense.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Middleton on the wing. He was averaging around 5.5 points a game. And it was still over the rim. offensive basket interference. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. With the step back. And he knocks down the jumper.
And the knee just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Toronto leading by 4. Poole looking it over. Plays it up and banks it in.
I love when Jordan Poole uses his speed like this. That's an asset. He's got to go to work.
Richardson outside. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
That's tipped. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Back to you.
Yeah, you got to roll with the bunches. Thank you, Allie. For 3, Middleton. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's on. Come on, Malawach.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
Now here's Richardson. He has 5. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered in the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Jackson off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
I'll tell you, he's been struggling, but they are still in line to come out of here with a W.
Here's Richardson. Here he goes. And the rejection by Jackson. Jones for 3. Rebound by the Raptors.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
Middleton looking it over. Over Bagley. That one wide left.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Raptors. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
The Raptors with the lead. Pass to Jang. Here's Kamara. And here's Doncic from the arc.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
Bamba sets a screen. It's stolen by Bigley. And there's the call on Lou Dort. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Outside Anthony. Pass to Koulibaly. Kept wide by Houston. Goes back up. Here's Holmgren. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Holmgren's got the lead up to 3 now for the Rockets. Now here's Doncic. Back to Bamba. Pass to Chang. Lock at 6. Here's Doncic. Oh, an easy 2 from Doncic.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Anthony looking it over. Shoots over Kamara. Misses off the right iron. Doncic outside. Over to the left wing. Kamara misses.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. It drops for his second made shot of this game. An unimpressive 2 of 7, though. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Here's Poole. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rockets lead by 1. We'll see you back here after the break for 3rd quarter basketball. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Toronto trailing. Doncic outside. From outside the arc, it's rebounded by Houston.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Connects from 3-point range.
This is why Koulibaly's coaches and teammates encourage him to be assertive, especially operating off the catch.
Jackson misses.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Raptors trailed by 4. And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
And it's blocked. What a play as he just snatches the shot out of midair. Outside, Dort for the 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. Jackson's got 7.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Fires away from outside. Anthony's shot is off.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Doncic outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. He's ready to talk things through with them. Two minutes gone in this third quarter now. Pass to Coulibaly. The Rockets with another miss.
Boy, they feel tense to start the second half. They are 1 for 5, guys.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thanks. Chet Holmgren talked about how he succeeds in spite of a slender frame. He said, you can't be afraid of contact. I'll continue to use my strengths out there, my length, being slippery, playing hard, and try to get better at my weaknesses, too, throughout my career. That will leave me in a good spot. Kevin?
The sky's the limit for him. Okay, thank you, Allie. And here's Anthony for three. Rebound by the Raptors. Greg, their offensive approach has been rock solid here.
And they're finding the weak spots in the D and attacking.
To the wing on the left. Bamba. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. And it's a 6-point Toronto lead. And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Trailed by 6. Endures the Raptors. It would seem further ahead defensively than they are at the offensive end.
Kevin, it's an organization that historically looks for size. They have a lot of length and athleticism. The ability to force turnovers and be disruptive is something they identify, and then they want to push in transition. They're actually an entertaining group.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the floor, but they just have a few more possessions like that.
And providing the support, boy, they need it. That stops a 12-0 run by Toronto.
Doncic outside. Running at full speed. Doncic.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Takes it inside, and Bamba pulls it down. Raptors leading by 8. And here is Doncic. He's got 16. In the corner, Bamba with it. Good on the triple. Bamba's got 6 here in this quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks. And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Toronto.
And they've been active defensively, rotating well, and then also closing out on shots. It's resulted in a number of blocks.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Here's Shannon. The teardrop falls in. Shannon's got the lead up to 11 now for Toronto.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
On the basket by Jones.
Now, this is why perimeter defense is so critical. Everyone has a 3 they can drop on you.
Screen by Valanciunas. It's Poole with the drive. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I'll tell you, on the low block, Valanciunas has shown that he can be a skilled offensive player, and the defense has got to pay attention to him. What a tremendous job playing through contact.
Valanciunas hits them both.
And a bruising, fundamentally sound big man. Valanciunas is a throwback. More importantly, he's willing to play whatever role is asked of him.
I'll tell you, delivering the basketball in tight spots is not easy, but he made it look that way.
On 11 minutes to play in the third.
I mean, sneaky when he moves around the floor. Holmgren takes you out of the play, slips past, and just rolls to the hoop. You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First free throw is good. And when you look at Jordan Poole's game, GA, what makes him special?
I think it's his creativity and elusiveness. Able to get in his bag, if you will, and play with it and create his shot more or less at will.
On the wing, Jones. It's stolen by Valanciunas. Out left to the wing. Pass to Shannon. Toronto working the ball around now. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Poole. Middleton outside. Over to the wing. Shot's good by Shannon. Shannon's got 5 points in the quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
And it's Terrence Jones with the finish.
Man, that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
There's 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. Poole bounce pass. Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
I tell you allow Jonas Valanciunas space and he will throw it down. He's got the size and length to make it look easy.
Outside for Bagley. To the middle. Good defense by Poole. And stolen by Richardson. And so it's Toronto. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
That's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Boy, his ball security flawless in the first half, but since then, it's an absolute disaster.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by Brown. Shot's good by Shannon. Shannon's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Raptors. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And that's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right after the other.
Toronto leading by 14. Screen by Valanciunas. And Poole now, top of the key. Back to Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
To the paint. Here's Malowacz.
Oh, that's great TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Over that last break, guys, I got a chance to hear what Darko Rajakovic said to the team. And despite the lead, they are still coaching this team hard. In the huddle, they told their guys to stay alert. Do not give them anything easy. They want to protect this late lead, guys.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Raptors. On the drive, Doncic. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11. Outside, Bagley. Kicks it out to Richardson. Back to Bagley. Just 3 to shoot. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
Toronto ball.
Raptors leading by 16. The 3 for Doncic. He makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
The first free throw is good.
And what can give Jason Richardson the edge out there is his explosiveness. That sometimes it's like he just has bottomless energy, and that just lets him outplay you.
And he banks in the layup.
At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
Here's Doncic. Hits the difficult fadeaway jumper. Doncic has got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, look at Doncic. Relishes the opportunity to control the action. And right now, he is cooking the defense.
And Richardson slams it in.
And Richardson's showing you why he's a 2-time slam dunk champion on that one, finishing with authority.
Jackson tries in.
Jackson Jr.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in.
Houston foul. Number 15. First personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the board.
Pass to Bamba. Jackson in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. Rockets trailed by 19. Here's Black. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Yeah, nice job there. Just very lackluster defense.
And here are the Raptors now. Doncic outside. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got 25 points.
He has not missed a shot in this quarter. They've tried running different things in him, but he's been unstoppable.
Outside Anthony. Shoots over Kamara. The shot by Anthony, no good.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. And Doncic, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. Doncic has got 11 points in the quarter.
Boy, he is just doing it all right now. And the more the ball goes through the net, the more his confidence grows.
They get the rebound. Here's Sabonis. Holmgren. Just 5 to shoot. Doncic with the steal. Puts up a deep 3. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Doncic has got 30 points. Anthony down low. Another miss by Houston. Doncic with it. He's picked up by Holmgren. Out to Doncic. Puts up a deep three. They grab their own miss. Jackson has the open look. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
3 points.
Jackson's got 19 points.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Boy, the three-point arc has been a major factor in what they've done here tonight. You love the aggressiveness.
Here's Anthony. Just 4 to shoot. Again, the miss by Anthony.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Raptors.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And this will make it 36 wins on the year for them.
Really, they had their number this season. 2 wins, a home win, and an away win.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Luka Doncic.
He was their catalyst tonight, the straw that stirs the proverbial drink.
In the corner, Kamara with it. There's the triple. And it's Anthony with the ball for the Rockets. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Good, nice job down low.
You know, the ability to seize the opportunity, see the daylight, get that position, and mellow, one of the best to ever do it.
There's Jackson with the three.
Jackson Jr.
It's good from long range.
Spirited performance. You love to get this kind of win, especially on the road.
You've got to be able to block out all distractions in enemy territory. This team did a tremendous job staying focused on the task at hand.
And so Toronto takes this one, but by